It's time for the One Bar and Lupica Show, bringing you anything and everything Minnesota Vikings.
Welcome to professional football.
All right, welcome back to the One Bar and Lupica Show. I am One Bar, and in today's episode, we are talking undrafted free agent signing Jak Lacina, center from Augustana. Before we get into him, remember, subscribe to the One Bar and Lupica Show, like the video. We're going to be bringing you a lot of videos talking about some of these undrafted free agents that the Vikings brought in. But let's get right into Jak. Over the last however many months, all we've been talking about is the fantastic fact that there's a lot of these former Vikings offsprings in this draft. Thad Moss, Antoine Winfield, J.R. Reed. At no time did we mention Jak Lacina, and that is extremely, extremely rude of us. Jak Lacina was right here in our backyard playing for the D2 Augustana Vikings. And now he is a Minnesota Viking. So Jak is obviously Corbin's boy, who was a center from 1999 to 2002, and he was pretty good during his time. And Jak was a center, moved in a little bit further than his dad did on the offensive line, 6'4", 300 pounds, has been a starter for the Augustana Vikings since his freshman year, started 45 games, became a pretty damn good center at the D2 level. Good enough to earn first-team All-American at center, Rimington Award winner. So the accolades are there. Jak's got good size, 6'4", 300 pounds. One thing you always want to make sure when you're looking at small school guys and how they're going to transition is that they at least dominate at their level. And Jak did that, obviously. Same thing when we're looking at Ben Barch from St. John's, D3. Was he dominant? Yes, he was. That is always a good sign. That doesn't mean he's going to come in and also be the Vikings starting center. Right now, the depth chart, we got Garrett Bradbury, we got Brett Bush-Jones. So we got a pretty solid group there. But I think Jak Lacina can come in. He'll be a fun one to watch and see if he can maybe find his way on the practice squad and maybe with a year or two make his way up to that 53-man roster and add some decent depth behind Garrett Bradbury. He's got some good hope ahead of him. Obviously, C.J. Ham from Augustana is on the roster, so it can be done. Offensive line, I think, is I wouldn't say easy, but I'd say easier transition when you're looking at small school guys because we've seen it happen year in and year out where these guys come up. I mean, look at Brandon Fusco, look at Ali Marpet. We'll see what Ben Barch does, but Jak Lacina, I think, has a solid chance of making that practice squad. Again, he'll be a fun one to watch. And we got our guy. We wanted a former offspring from the Viking in this draft. And Jak Lacina, we got him. So look forward to seeing what he brings. Again, I'm not going to sit here and say that I've broken down Jak Lacina's film by any means, but just looking at his overall story over the last 4 years as an Augustana Viking gives me hope. Looks like he's going to be a good addition to this offensive line that needs help.